Ultraman: The Rise of Ultraman Issue 2 finds Shin Hayata confronted by the alien, making him relive a memory of him and Kiki outrunning a kaiju. Shin tells the alien that he and Kiki would get into quite a bit of trouble as kids, and the kids are soon saved by Captain Muramatsa, who combats the monster as Shin is pulled out of the memory, asking who is the alien, learning that he should know who he is. Shin remembers that he is the being whom he shot, and the alien confirms it, and thanks to that, they are both dying. At the crash site, Muramatsu asks how Kiki is, but the girl says that she's faring just about as well as anyone who watched a childhood friend get swallowed by an alien entity. The captain apologizes, knowing this isn't what he wanted, which makes Kiki angered, since it's been 19 hours since the incident, and he hasn't done anything to try and free Shin, and this is all his fault, since he sent Shin in to kill it. Muramatsu thought the nature of the situation meant he should follow the safest and wisest course of action, and while he thinks he is right, he asks the girl what she would have him do. Kiki wants to help find out more about the alien so they can help Shin, not wanting to go to the director for help, but use some other methods to determine how to free the boy. Back at the orb, Shin watches his old memory of him and Kiki trying to work out who the USP are. The alien says that the man is wasting time doing this, but Shin says that if they are both dying, he wants to use the time he has left. The alien says that they are dying, but it is avoidable. Shin learns that thanks to his ability to remove himself from their conversations, the alien isn't in control, but neither is Shin. The alien says that neither of them are actually in control, since they are merged thanks to an ability from the alien's people. He says normally it's a safe procedure, but his injuries have compromised the merge. He shows Shin that they both have lived very different lives and they must reconcile or they will die. Shin asks what that means, learning he needs to give up control of his body. In the woods nearby, Kiki and Muramatsa look over the footage of the alien being shot down, wanting to find the specific location of what shot it down. Luckily, Kiki has an idea on how to get it, and the two head to a farm nearby where Project Starlight is based. Kiki admits that she had a kaiju tracker of her own, but it doesn't just track their energy, it tracks any exotic energy in general, which led her to this farm. Muramatsu doesn't think a weapon would be hiding in a cowshed as they are met by Agent Kataoka. Muramatsu pretends the director sent him to evaluate the weapon, but the agent asks for the passcode, and without the code, the captain headbutts the agent, knocking him out cold, making Kiki know that now he'll definitely be court-martialed. The captain says that he is in charge of personnel in this area, and Kataoka was rostered to have the day off, so there definitely is something suspicious going on here, and if he doomed Shin, then he's damn well going to find out why. Back in the orb, Shin asks why he should give up his body, learning from the alien that doing so is important for the survivability of his species. The alien shows him the Kaiju, saying that they exist all across the multiverse, all powered by a mysterious energy from beyond the unknown, an energy drawn to the darkness of the soul, from things like greed and hate. The being says that his race ascended beyond the reach of the Kaiju, which is why many people call them Ultra. Using this power, they battle the Kaiju, defending less evolved civilizations to prevent a Kaiju crisis. Ultra reveals a Kaiju crisis would happen when too many Kaiju overwhelm a populace, and right now, Shin's world is on the edge of a crisis. Shin thinks that Ultra believes humans are one of the races who can't evolve, but Ultra knows they can't evolve, since 54 years prior, his brother came to Earth to help and they killed him. Kiki and Muramatsu soon uncover Project Starlight, which is the giant cannon that shot down the alien craft. Kiki wasn't able to use the computers to understand what is exactly happening to Shin, retrieving her laptop and knowing that if she uses a map of exotic energy she and Shin made with some filters, then she can locate hotspots of the same energy the cannon gives off. She succeeds, finding one way outside of the city at a lone house. She knows that it's related to the weapon and whomever's at that location must know something. As they decide to follow the lead, a USP VTOL arrives, chasing the two down in their car and firing on it. Kiki knows they won't make it to the tree line like the captain wants to do and he agrees, wanting her to slow down a little bit so he can roll out of the car. Kiki says that they will lock him up for this, but the captain doesn't care since he's poured his entire life into the USP and he has to know if that was for the right reasons. He tells the woman to do him proud, rolling from the car and firing on the VTOL. Shin meanwhile tells Ultra that the humans didn't attack his brother and that it was the other way around when Dan Moriboshi was killed in 1966 by the alien. Ultra doesn't believe his brother would do such a thing and Shin knows that that's not the first thing he he's been wrong about, since their world is not on the edge of a kaiju crisis, since the USP is in control of the kaiju attacks. Ultra says that they have technology that can predict these situations with certainty, so he is right. Shin tells the beings to search his mind and learn about the USP's effectiveness, and Ultra realizes there is more they need to reconcile about than he imagined. Kiki meanwhile makes it to the energy signature herself, finding a home where a man named Dr. Yamamoto lives. The doctor tells the woman to leave, but Kiki confronts him about the giant gun he built and the energy signature on him. She reveals to him Shin's predicament and how it is tied to another ship that was shot down. He tells the woman to come inside as he imagines what evil they could perpetuate this time as his bloody clock begins to growl. Shin meanwhile knows Ultra genuinely wants to help the people, but he refuses to believe that they are a lost cause, and if they must merge, then he wants to be in the driver's seat with Ultra guiding him. Ultra knows that the man doesn't know what he needs to ascend, among a myriad of other things that the being lists. However, Shin says he understood everything the man has said up until now, but now he can't understand a word, proving Ultra right. Shin doesn't give up, saying that he can learn what he needs to know, knowing that he once felt fear but he didn't let it poison his joy or corrupt his love for his friends. He knows he is far from perfect, but he can rise to the challenge, as can all humans, if Ultra only gives them the chance. Ultra hopes that the boy is ready, since everyone's fate, including his own, is now in his hands. Ultra hands over control, and Shin Hayata is transformed into Ultraman. Ultraman: The Rise of Ultraman issue 2 was a great continuation of the reboot of Ultraman that saw the being finally make an appearance and select Shin as his host. I really enjoyed Kiki's subplot of tracking down the energy and trying to determine how to free her friend. It's a great use of supporting characters like Kiki and Muramatsa, as well as it's a pretty important side plot that helps fill in the gaps to the world's lore. And speaking of world lore, I love the stuff Ultra alluded to, like kaiju crises and multiverses and other worlds and everything. All that stuff was really damn cool, and hopefully that's a sign of things to come. Now that Shin has acquired his powers, I'm looking forward to some great kaiju action, and hopefully we get a return to the backup story that was in the first issue set in the 50s with the young director of the USP, since that looked like it was building up to a really cool invasion plot story. I'm going to give this issue a 9 out of 10.